What?
This is a Huddle Sports Network broadcast. You can find us on Roku TV, Amazon Fire TV, Facebook, and of course YouTube. Get all your NFL news here first.
Good evening. Welcome to the Thursday night or Wednesday night, because tomorrow's Thursday. The draft edition of Halas. Of course, we got Woody, who has no opinion about anything.
Hey, Mike, happy Wednesday, right?
Yes, Wednesday.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
Yeah. Mike, the Bear fan, in the house in the car at the laundromat, making sure his clothes are clean. And of course, coming in from the Carolinas, we got Broski.
Fuck Carolina.
They do down there. And of course, Sarah, who always has a happy look on her face. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
How's everyone doing tonight?
Oh my God. You at JJ's doorstep?
No,
Sarah,
but I just saw that Genty is going to you guys.
Right off the fucking bat.
Oh, she's gone this kick for a couple weeks.
Oh, brother.
So, hey, we have to start the show off with some sad news here. Steve McMichael passed away at 5:36 p.m. Central Standard Time, so about an hour and a half ago. He passed away, lost finally from the fight he had with ALS. It was a sad day in Bears Nation. He went a lot longer than they thought he would, so we got some extra time with him. But man, that ALS is no joke.
Fighting a long time.
Michael.
Yep. Hall of Famer in wrestling too.
Yeah. So, yeah, sad day. At least he got to, I remember we were kind of we were afraid he wouldn't make it for induction, but he made it to induction. They actually brought the bus to his house. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So sad day today. So we've lost two legends this year.
Yep.
Oh, there went Mike. He must have froze out. But business will be business, and tomorrow is the draft. So Sarah has the Vikings moving up to the fourth overall pick to take Genty.
Yep.
That sounds a very Minnesota-like move.
No, it sounds totally like a Bear move.
There's some crazy rumors floating around out there right now. That's for sure. Things
with the Giants, Browns, or Giants, Tennessee. I have no fucking clue what's going on with that shit. I heard today trading up. I was like, what the? I mean, why would you?
6 of the teams in the top 10 are looking to trade out of the top 10. That kind of draft class, man, it's rumor central because there's no clear cut. I thought it was going to be Cam Ward was a lock at 1. Now it's like he might not go 1 or 2.
Yeah, they might actually wise up and decide, like, if we're not sold on this quarterback, let's not just take him for the sake of taking him. Let's build the rest of our team first.
Yeah, I think they're going to grab him, though, honestly. They
I
can't
do
pass
too.
up. I think Cam Ward's going to be a Titan tomorrow.
They probably will.
They were saying Abdul Carter might go number 2, and that Shador might go 33, first pick in the second round to Cleveland. That's kind of interesting.
No, I've
And what,
seen
is
mocks where they
Cleveland-
have Cleveland trading with us to get the 24th pick to get Shador.
Well, what I heard today was, which I don't believe because it's the Steelers, that they would draft Shador at 21.
Hey, I think I think they're too in love with Dart.
Well, there's been trade rumors that they were going to trade up to get Genty.
The only pick I know for sure is that the Bears are gonna move up to get Genty.
Oh my
Well,
God.
that's one of the rumors I heard. The other one is they're going to move up to get Abdul Carter. The other one is they're going to trade with Detroit for Jameson Williams. The other one is they're going to trade DJ Moore, possibly to move up to get one of those players. So
DJ Moore ain't worth a first round pick.
Well, it would be like a package, you know what I mean? It'd be like the number 10 DJ Moore to move up and draft your favorite player, Genty, or something like that, you know?
Yeah, I that's how bad this draft is. It's like just make up a rumor, post it, and let people go because.
Well,
really,
the rumor I heard is that the Bears are just Bengals are trading Hendrickson to us for all our draft picks.
There's another one.
And you're going to trade the farm to get
I'm
Genty.
fucking kidding. I thought I want to fit in.
That's a Woody rumor. But I mean, really, when you break it down, there's not much difference in talent between who people are saying is going to go 10 to 45. I mean, it's everyone's kind of in the same tier from that respect. So
the interesting pick is because I did say a couple weeks ago the Giants with their quarterbacks and stuff that they picked up with Winston and Wilson. I think Travis Cleveland's going to get him. But do the Giants? Because they still need they have two. They have Winston, Wilson, and Mr. Italian boy as their. So we don't know what he's going to do. Do they take their losses and draft
a pizza pie?
Would you draft Abdul Carter?
Well, I don't think there's really a chance Cleveland takes Hunter because they have a couple good cornerbacks already, and pairing a stud DN with Myles Garrett would help their secondary even more.
And that's why I think Giants want Abdul Carter, and that's why they want to get up the rumors with them trading up with Cleveland to get Carter because they're afraid that Cleveland is going to get him.
I actually think the Giants would be happy with Hunter because, you actually could play him both ways. You actually could throw him out there with Neighbors on the field and run sets with Neighbors and Hunter, and then you could have Hunter playing cornerback. I think it would be a real nice pick for the Giants.
The one thing I've been seeing the most consistent of the mocks is
not Sarah's.
No, not Sarah's because hers are like.
They're fucking bad.
Yeah, I mean, and I don't know what it is. So I've seen a lot of
your mic breaker one too.
Yeah, I've seen Warren going to the Bears at 10 a lot.
The Jets are taking Warren.
I'm afraid the Jets or the Saints.
Well, I've been seeing Woody. So it's actually both your dudes. You like Banks also.
Yeah.
So to me, him and Warren have been getting mocked to the Bears a lot at 10.
Yeah.
Which, hey, you know what?
Well, Kevin Banks can play guard too, so
he could play left tackle. He could play guard. He could play pretty much anywhere on the line but center. So,
but he can't play running back.
Yeah, I wouldn't hate Banks' pick at all if that's the way they went. They need to draft more O line and D line. So.
This is a jacked up draft.
Shout out John Dorn in the chat. John Dorn getting his deerskin teepee ready for the draft in Brown Bay tomorrow.
Oh, there we go. Why was I not seeing the chat until just now? I had to refresh it. There we go. Weird. Okay, so now there's John.
But yeah, who knows with this draft? I mean, this draft is. See, I actually like this draft because I think it's like, okay, there might not be many all pros, but it's actually very deep. The positions it's good at, it's very deep, like D tackle, D end, interior O line. I'll even say this is a really good tight end draft, really good running back draft. Yeah, it's pretty good for those positions. A lot of people are saying it's a really good cornerback draft too. So,
I mean, this is just the problem with this draft is there's no excitement. Like a lot of solid players, but you know what I mean.
You don't have the big time quarterbacks in the draft. There's going to be less excitement. You don't have the big time wide receivers this draft. There's going to be less excitement. There's no surefire lock at left tackle. You know, so like those are really like three of the big, what I call like the big four positions. You know, quarterback, left tackle, wide receiver, defensive end. Those are like the top dollar positions.
Even the top wide receiver this year probably wouldn't have been drafted in the first round last year.
No.
I think you're right. I think you're right about that.
If you go Genty, you put him in the draft 2 years ago with Bijan Robinson. I don't think he goes in the first round at all. Like last year, he might have maybe snuck into the first round, but that's just how, I mean, with the hype trains are out so big on these guys that just everyone knows wouldn't it be, top 10, and they are. I mean, I saw a guy the other day on X. He said, seriously, Genty's his floor was Adrian Peterson. His ceiling was Walter Payton.
He is nothing like Adrian Peterson.
The one the Bears drafted, yes. That's exactly who I compare him to. Yes. The Bears, I think he was a 6th-round draft pick in 2002 out of Georgia Southern. Yes, he's that guy. Yep. Absolutely.
So I hate that they make those types of comparisons come to the draft too. Like, when you say that his floor is AP, you're guaranteeing the kid's a Hall of Famer.
Well, I saw a comparison Travis Hunter to Justin Jefferson. I'm like, Travis Hunter doesn't even run routes.
Yeah. I mean, Genty has slow feet, so I'm going to lose a lot of faith in the Bears and Ben Johnson right off the bat if they trade up and draft Genty. Even if they stay at 10 and draft Genty, I'll lose a lot of faith. Like, you might not hear from me for a while if that happens.
Broski's going to be in therapy.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if we get to 10 and Warren's gone and Banks is gone and you're like, okay, what's out there? And he's the best available, okay.
Yeah. To me, at no point he would be the best available there. I just look at him
Broski,
different.
do you have enough liquor ready for you for tomorrow? Because you're going to be.
Well, I'm actually traveling tomorrow. I have to go to a funeral on Friday. So.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Broski.
Yeah, no problem. I mean, it's all good. But I always have enough liquor wherever I am, pretty much.
So this is look at Cam Ward comparisons to Jordan Love. Well, Jordan Love was picked in the late first round. So if your number one overall pick is being compared to a guy who got picked in his draft class at the end of the first round, that should tell you all you need to know about this draft class.
Yeah, I mean, my player comparison.
Jordan Love needed development. That's why they took him late, because they knew that Aaron Rodgers was going to play for a couple more years for them to have time to develop him.
That's the point, Sarah. If you're going to say the number one overall pick is compared to a guy who needed to be developed and had to sit 2 to 3 years to develop into a decent quarterback. He's not a great quarterback. He's a really good one right now. Not great yet. We'll see what happens this year. Year 3 is usually that tell year, right? But that's the number one pick is compared to a guy who was drafted and developed over a couple years in the NFL.
So are they saying fucking Cam Ward is up to Jordan Love's level if they're comparing him 3 years after he got drafted?
I mean, even if that's the case, it's still not saying a lot. I would rather them compare him to Burrow or someone because like Love is good, but he's not great. Not yet. We haven't seen that out of him. He had a good first year starting. He had a decent year last year with a slump. I mean, we'll see what he is this year, but that's your comparison?
Well, I saw comparison of Sanders to Burrow. I'm like, okay, whatever.
My player comparison for Cam Ward is James Winston.
Have
fun.
Legs?
Yeah. He has a career. What's up?
So tomorrow, I'm going to have liquor ready to, so that when the Bears take 4, Genty at 4, you're going to drink from being sad, and I'm going to drink from being happy.
Wow.
Well, that's really nice of you, Sarah. I appreciate that.
Yeah, no problem.
Hey, bro, there's a new breaking rumor that Minnesota is trading up to number 2 to draft Shador as their new quarterback.
Yeah, whatever. We don't even have enough picks to move up to 2, so good one.
They're hoping they can land Colston Loveland. That's who they're looking at.
Yeah. What's up, Cam?
What would you think about that?
Now they're coming through.
I wouldn't mind if we drafted Loveland.
You're not getting Loveland. You're getting, oh my God, you're getting fucking Starks.
We're getting Loveland.
Whatever. I mean, this fucking girl.
You're getting whoever Woody says you're getting, and that's what it's going to be, because he's going to call Quez. He say, hey, this is who you're taking, so Sarah is wrong. That's what he's going to do.
Jeez.
I wouldn't mind Loveland, though.
Minnesota doesn't need anything. That's a perfect team right there.
Wait, no, I thought that was Detroit.
No. Detroit still needs a linebacker.
Yeah, it's gonna be this draft is just. Oh, wait.
I'm just sick of all the rumors, man. I mean, I think there's going to be at least 2 draft day trades.
Yeah, Ken, I think they're blowing smoke, man. I just don't see the Bears, because we've talked about this on the morning show too. This is not the kind of draft that you sacrifice next year's capital for. There's really no one in this draft worth sacrificing a number 1 next year.
See, I hope Poles and the Bears don't think, hey, this is our first draft, and our first draft that we can do the best player, blah, blah, blah. Don't get that in your head, man. Just keep your fucking picks and pick for the future, this year, whatever. Don't be doing that shit.
Yeah, they have 4 really good picks. I mean, they have the 10, the 39, the 41, and the 72. They could land 4 really, really good players with those picks.
Yeah, we got to I think we get a safety in the 2nd or 3rd round.
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe that kid from your favorite college, Woody, Penn State.
Not another one. Fuck me. Seriously, dude?
Yeah.
No, 1 Penn State. That's
There's
enough.
2 really good Penn State safeties. There's 2 really good Penn State safeties in this draft. One is literally Jaquan Brisker 2.0.
Oh, another concussion?
No, you could get him in the 5th round, minus the concussions, honestly.
Okay, good.
He's like the same player minus the concussions.
Okay.
Yeah, he's solid.
I think the Bears take at least 2 safeties in this draft, though, considering that there are none under contract after this season right now.
I would take a safety our second pick. Our second pick. Pick the safety up.
Penn State safety Winston Jr. go as high as 13 in mock drafts.
That's crazy.
And that's why yours is terrible. But anyway.
I think what's the other running back there, Broski?
Anderson.
Judkins, Caleb Johnson, Omari and Hampton.
Omari and Hampton. I think if he's there with the first pick in the 2nd round that we get, if he's still there, I think we take him there.
I think the Broncos are taking him.
I think if I was Dallas, I'd be crazy not to take that running back at my first pick.
Well, hell, they may get Genty at this point. I mean, people aren't talking about him. That's scary because they do need a running back. And they're the only team that no one's talking about trading up to get a running back, and they're the team that needs a running back the most.
But they're talking about trading up with
Them
the
and the
Saints
Raiders.
to get Genty. Broncos, Saints. I hope they do. Shit.
So is that saying because, well, Kamara signed an extension. Does that mean if they get a running back, Saints, say that first pick, you think this is the end of the area for Kamara?
The way they're talking, they may be. I mean, Kamara, they may be moving off from a lot of people because of the contracts.
They're
Cam Ward is being compared to Ben Roethlisberger. Oh my god!
Kamara contract extension.
That's funny. Cam Ward's like 6'1", 6'2".
Wow.
Ben Roethlisberger's like 6'6".
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
They're showing Warren here. I'm telling you, Bears. There you go. 10th overall. No fucking.
Cam Ward is the next Joe Flacco.
Oh,
that's pretty much what that comparison's like.
Oh, so even Tyler Warren can throw too. Wow.
Yeah, but he was a high school quarterback.
Oh, dude, it's a done
Now,
deal.
wouldn't it be funny if the Bears traded up to take Tyler Warren? What would you think if they trade up to get Warren?
You mean trade up as high as the Jets to go to what?
Here's another Bears rumor that I heard a couple days ago. I heard that they're perfectly happy staying at 10 and drafting a tight end, not named Tyler Warren, drafting Loveland instead.
Hey, don't be drafting my tight end.
Oh, go get Hodgins back, all right?
Daddy, so you already got that taken care of. Sarah's trying to get her harem of baby daddies in Minnesota.
I don't know. It looks like she was trying to put a WD-40 on her door.
She's trying to get Jay.
Yeah, they're showing it right now on NFL Network. Bears are going to select Warren at 10. Ooh. And he's one ugly motherfucker, too. I don't mind, though.
You know who's an ugly motherfucker? Travis Hunter. I'm like, God damn, that dude's ugly.
I thought you were going to say Justin Jefferson with his braids.
No. Travis Hunter's ugly as hell.
Jefferson's ugly motherfucker. Look at his teeth and shit. Get the fuck out of here. And I heard, that's the other rumor, too, that I heard today, that Mason Graham, his stock is falling, too. It could fall. So, we'll see.
Yeah, this is definitely not an easy draft as far as trying to predict what's going to happen because there's just like no.
Watch, everyone's going to stay where they're at and just draft.
Yeah. I mean, why not? I mean, seriously. I mean, I would not be surprised if there are 0 trades in the first round. Unless I could see, though, like, I could see like Cleveland maybe trying to get in towards the back end if Shador's there and they think he might go before the second round. But honestly, with this draft, I mean, you look at quarterback needs, like Cleveland can go a year without, Tennessee can go a year without. Depending on what Aaron does, so can Pittsburgh. So really, there's no team in the first round, if you think about it, really has to have a quarterback this year.
I agree.
Cam Ward is going number 1 because they were asking him who the top 5 receivers are, and he's like Calvin Ridley, Treylon Burks. So he's going Tennessee.
And now he's a bullshitter right off the bat.
Vikings.
That is true. They're going to sign Aaron Rodgers, and he's going to start over JJ, and then the Bears are going to ruin his career like he did Brett Favre. Thank you. Remember that there? Sorry, were you old enough to remember that play?
Nope.
Wow. Because the pitcher is a little old pitcher. I thought you were like at least, I don't know, 60 now.
80? No, I'm not collecting Social Security yet. Okay.
A little orphan Annie here.
Yeah, yeah. Look. But yeah, I think get Warren at 10, maybe a safety or second pick, and then go from there. Maybe Henderson will be there at 41 from Ohio State, or the guy from Iowa.
Well,
running back.
You guys are gonna use that pick to get JMO. Sorry.
Well, there's that receiver from Ohio State too. If he's there in the second round, maybe they take a look at him.
Linebacker too.
No.
They have.
Ben's gonna take JMO.
Wow.
How do you guys feel about that?
Well, we have
Yeah.
enough speed already.
Sarah, what are you eating?
Huh?
What are you eating?
I'm not. My dog is.
Oh, okay.
Sounds like you're chomping.
Yeah.
I don't
No,
think,
she's
I
like
don't
right
think
next to my
anyone,
face.
I really don't think the Lions would get much for JMO if they tried to trade him.
He only had one good year. I'll bet on it.
Like last year was a make or break, and he put up some decent numbers. They still didn't give him the big extension because the jury on him is still kind of iffy. So I mean, JMO or that's like Jair Alexander. Like no one's going to trade for Jair Alexander right now. Everyone wants to kind of wait and see, and they'll pay the premium if he's good later, but they don't want to risk any kind of capital right now for him because they don't know. They don't know which Jair Alexander they're going to get, the good one or the one that says, "Oh, I'm only 95%. I can't play today." So, I mean, I think JMO is kind of in that same boat. Like people just don't want to spend the money on a guy who's
Did you guys see Kirby's contract?
what?
4 year, $86 million.
Yeah.
Wow. Good God.
You got an extension?
21.5 mil for a safety. Yeah.
A safety that gets the ball just thrown right to him. It's not the
20
move.
million? I like that. Keep paying them. You want?
Why,
you
Harrison
want your
Smith's
enemies
not
to
worth
get
that much.
weaker.
Hell no.
Sarah, that's what I said about Goff. I'm like, I hope he stays our quarterback forever. Like,
Yeah, for real.
stay in Detroit, please.
And like the rumors with like the Steelers trying to get Sarah's favorite running back, they still got Najee Harris.
No, they don't. You got traded.
Did they trade him?
Yeah.
He's with the Chargers.
Oh, I missed that trade. That's my
Yeah,
bad.
That's what I was saying. Like,
it wasn't a trade. It was a signing.
I don't think there is a chance that Omari Hampton gets by the Steelers at 21. Like, I just, if he's there, the Steelers are taking him. Like, they need a running back so bad.
For the
Either
They
that
Steelers,
need their quarterback
QB.
more.
Yeah, and
I
they're gonna draft Will Howard in the third round. That's gonna be their
Oh.
quarterback.
thought they'd be Dart.
Nope. You mean Fart? Jackson Fart?
so
Yeah.
let me ask this question: how many quarterbacks go in the first round tomorrow?
I say 3
I say 2.
or 4.
I say 4.
I'll say 2. And Isaac, a Packer fan, is in the house. Isaac, how many quarterbacks go in the first round tomorrow?
Well, at least he has one head right now.
I'd say 4.
There you go, Isaac. See?
Yeah.
I'm telling you, man.
Hey, I just wanted to come in and say 21.5 million a year for a safety that got burned by Scary Terry.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
Lord.
We're happy about that signing.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
the bad signing for Detroit. So I'm happy.
And what money are they going to have coming up? Right after this year passes, what money are they going to have? They might as well trade Jameson now.
Oh, hey, Isaac, would you mind if the Packers have JMO on your team?
No, because we have Christian Watson that basically
Okay.
kind of does
Like
the
I
same
said, how much is Christian Watson on the field lately?
thing. Yeah.
Same amount as
That's a
JMO.
good point.
Last year, Watson, we were coming into the season last year. We were saying the same thing about Watson as we were JMO. They both had to prove it last year that they deserved to be in the league. JMO kind of did. He put up some nice numbers. Granted, his best numbers are from these, end around sweep kind of trick plays. He had a couple nice receptions. As Lion says, but he had this really great catch. Okay, fine. He had a few nice catches, but basically gadgetry was his best weapon. And then you go, for the Packers, I mean, yeah, he wasn't bad, but hurt again. So, I mean, they're both at the point where neither club has signed him to an extension or long-term anything. So both players have once again proven it here.
Yeah.
Well, I
Yep,
like that
they're
thing I
trading
heard.
JMO because
Like
they
that,
just paid that safety. They're gonna need money to pay Hutch. They're not signing JMO.
I heard that rumor this morning. I don't know if I mentioned on the show that the Saints were the only team ever not to draft a QB in the first round.
No,
Could
they
it be?
drafted Archie
Could it
Manning back in like 19 something.
One thing I like
never
about
happened?
Watson and Reed is ever since they came in the league, the both of them as rookies lead in touchdowns and yards. From that class.
Hmm.
Yeah.
But,
So
but I
I
mean,
mean,
if he's not on the field consistently, though, Watson will go. I mean, look, I think Watson's a bubble year again for him. If he doesn't stay healthy, look at if he doesn't stay healthy, Goody may be like, all right, fine, I'll re-sign you, but it's not going to be the big dollar signs you're thinking it is.
no.
If he goes hit free agency, someone will sign him to a contract, but he's not going to get a big one.
And you can make the same argument about Jameson Williams always getting suspended for like dumb reasons.
I bet you on it.
I mean, if JMO can have another good year this year and put back-to-back years together, then he'll get a good contract.
Jeremy said that JMO was worth $30 million.
I wouldn't pay that.
I wouldn't say that.
Hell
Wow. That's like a Daniel Jones fucking contract.
no. Right.
Jesus.
You don't pay him that much based off 1 year. And
Nope.
what Lions can do is, if they plan to resign him, they better do the same blocking that they did to give Jameson Williams kind of that competitive edge to, burst out his speed.
Run straight?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Well, I
Wow.
mean, that's the thing, though. I think teams saw, like, with the Jordan Love contract based off 1 year, hey, signing a guy off 1 year of game stats is a risk.
Well-
And that's really, it's a huge risk at quarterback, but now with the receiver market, it's becoming a massive risk in the receiving market because, I'm not saying Jordan Love had a terrible year, but he had a sophomore slump. Right now, he's not worth the money they're paying. Now, we'll see what happens this year. Will he be worth the contract or will it be they overpay? I mean, either way, he's still going to be a good quarterback. He just might not be the great quarterback they thought they were based off the first season. JMO, though, is a little bit different. The first 2 seasons, he was on the field, except for when he wasn't because he was injured. Last year, like I said, put up some decent numbers overall, but a lot of it based on gadgetry. So, I wouldn't give him the bank. I'd make him earn it 1 more year and say, okay, now you can get a payday. Because right now, it's not even it's more of a 40-60. He's going to be a bust than he is going to be a breakout.
And Lions have leverage here. Lions can just straight up tell him, hey, look, you're not the focal part of our offense. The focal part of our offense is our run game. I'm on Ross St. Brown and Sam Laporta. And then you come in, somewhere after that. So if you're expecting to get, the highest paid, it's not going to be from here. You're going to get like a T. Higgins type of deal.
Yeah, and they can just restart the cycle very easily. Like they can find there's a number of just burner wide receivers in the draft, like JMO. Like they could find another guy like that in the first round, second round, whatever, third round.
I think some of these players the fans really like me. I'm established in this league that I can play, so teams won't let me go. Dude, 3 years ago you weren't here and teams were doing just fine. You can be gone, and guess what? Teams will be just fine.
Yeah, and plus his babysitter left and went to Chicago, Randall L.
Yeah.
So, I don't know if Detroit really wants to deal with him anymore. They might just not have the fortitude to, the wherewithal to want to deal with his nonsense. So,
here's the question.
I can see him getting traded. Honestly, I can definitely see him getting traded.
Here's a question for Green Bay: in what round do they take a wide receiver?
I don't think they do. I don't think they do. They still have their 2 guys in Watson. They still have their 3 guys from last year, and then they have both their tight ends healthy, Kraft and the other guy, and they have Jacobs. So I don't think they're going skilled player on offense at all. Anyway, go ahead, Isaac.
Yeah,
Well, thanks for praising Isaac.
I think it might be second round. I mean, what's called first round. I'm looking more like the Walter Nolans of the world, or I seen were like kind of linked to Hairston. Like, there's a couple, picks I would like to see before we go wide receiver.
Everyone else, like Rob and them, they all want a wide receiver though.
Yeah, I know. We've been wanting a wide receiver for a couple years now, but that's not happened in the first round for us. You know what I mean? We've gone to other skill positions, and
That's
it's
just like
actually helped.
us. It's just
Yeah,
like us. We don't need a running back at 10.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you do.
Oh, Sarah, go close your door and get the WD-40. I'm sick of it fucking squeaking.
Sarah, you're way too noisy for not saying much.
God,
Way too-
what are you doing with the dog over there?
No, I just went upstairs.
If it gets to
Drop-
the point,
how many times have you dropped your phone since the show
Like-
started?
You know
How
what's amazing? Like the amount of times I've dropped my phone, my screen hasn't cracked at all.
Although that is juicy, you got to admit, Broski, Bear, and Woody, Genty, and Swift. Ooh.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah,
Boise
geez.
State, man.
More like depressing.
Boise State, man. No,
I
no,
mean,
no.
I
More like last place. How about that? Go
if
with that.
we're at 10, and Warren is gone, Banks is gone, the guys that other guys we would want are gone, and Genty's there, and
Nope.
we can't trade back 12
Nope.
or
Nope.
back
Nope.
with
Jalen Walker.
Anyone.
I mean, I would hope we would trade back to like 12 or the Steelers, and they can go grab Genty. I would be okay with that, but like if he's the best available on the board,
Jalen Walker's nice.
I'm telling you, hey, Steelers really doesn't have to trade. This is a good running back class. Like I said, you got Henderson, you got the guy from Iowa, and plus they need a quarterback as well. So
I mean,
Steelers has their options.
It depends, it depends who else is there from the perceived top 10. If what's that one safety that's being predicted top 10? I mean, if he's there, take him. If everyone else is gone, okay, fine. If there's nothing else
Wow,
worthy,
now she's choking on it.
I would rather go to Dallas and trade back or do something different. But this is such a jacked up draft. There's no one you're going, yes. I mean, like for me, I like Tyler Warren. I think he could do a lot for this Bears team with him and Kmet. Kmet being under contract for a couple of years. And now Kmet can become expendable if all of a sudden we need cap room. You can make Kmet expendable. I liked what Warren brings to the table. I think Ben Johnson does too. He comes out and says he's a football player. He's like, what you want a football player. That's why I would do it sign him.
Did
Yeah, they literally
Etienne's...
have.
Oh,
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Travis
Broski?
Hunter won't be there at 10.
I
Unless
was just
he
going to say,
retires.
did Etienne's younger brother declare?
I'm not sure.
Who's
He's
younger
pretty
brother?
nice, too.
I mean, pretty nice you can get in the second or third round this year.
What I was going to say is, I literally have a list of 10 players who I would be perfectly fine with the Bears taking at pick 10.
All right,
I'm
what's
like, I
your
don't think I've ever had such an extravagant list for a top 10 pick. Usually it's like, I want him or him.
well?
Dude,
Give us your top 10 list.
Gentle.
So some of these guys realistically won't be there, but still I included them. So I have cornerbacks, Travis Hunter, Jahdae Barron, defensive end, Abdul Carter, defensive tackle, Mason Graham, Walter Nolan, or Kenneth Grant, Tyler Warren, Emeka Egbuka, Will Campbell, Kelvin Banks. Give me one of those 10, I'm thrilled.
So Broski, you wouldn't take Walker out of Georgia?
Nah. He's a 3-4 outside linebacker. He's a 3-4 outside.
Oh man.
He's for a 3-4. He's not for a 4-3.
We can transit like Green Bay. They did pretty good transfer going to their different defense, right? How'd you guys do last year?
They did pretty good, actually. Started off a little slow, but I mean, we faced the world champion Eagles, of course, in Brazil.
Do you really have to say world champions?
Well, they were. Well, let's go ahead. They faced them in Brazil on a shitty field, but
Yeah.
I'm not going to make that excuse. The Eagles were just that damn good with Saquon, but our defense really picked up after that. We climbed all the way to top 10. So, It's pretty good for a guy that came from basically a college that wasn't doing well. You know what I mean, to become our defensive coordinator and
Well, and
raised up our stats.
the funny thing with him, though, the only reason he came to be your coordinator is because he left college for the NIL.
Yeah, he's sick of the NIL deals. There's a lot of coaches you're going to see leave the college rankings just because the NIL is just screwing up the game.
Who cares? Uh,
Like, look at that quarterback, that kid that's going to Nico, that's going from Tennessee to UCLA. Like, he asked Tennessee to pay him $4 million to stay, and Tennessee's like, okay, you can just pack your bags now. I mean, I don't know. You want us to pack your bags, or you pack your bags yourself? You know
Another.
what I mean?
So a quarterback. Is he going there to start? Would he start at both?
I mean, he's going there to start, UCLA, and then he's bringing his younger brother, which originally committed to UCLA, and he left somewhere else.
UCLA's
And-
quarterbacks going to Tennessee. They're basically just like switching quarterbacks.
Yeah.
But if he was in Tennessee, would he start?
Oh yeah, he would start.
So you're going to an SEC. Oh, here we go with the conferences again. So you're going
Right.
to SEC to UCLA, a Pac-10 school.
Well,
they're-
UCLA's in the SEC.
UCLA is
Yeah,
part of the
over.
Big
That's
Ten.
right.
UCLA's in the Big Ten.
That's
Yeah.
right. Fuck yous.
Yeah,
Fuck.
the
I forgot
Pac-12
about
is
that.
basically dead now. You
But
know what I
please
mean?
don't mention the world champion Eagles because it was fucking fixed. Do you see the colors last year, the Super Bowl emblem?
Oh, here we go.
It's fucking
Oh wait,
fixed.
I thought Lions fans, there was a little tint in blue. I thought the Lions were going to win the Super Bowl. I guess that
Right.
didn't really work out.
Like this year, it's supposed to be the Ravens or Dallas. So
Dallas.
is it really fixed? Yep. Yep. But Eagles won't be there again. No fucking way. Not if I have anything to do with it.
Well, here's the good thing about this weird jacked up draft coming this week. Starting next week, they'll start dropping those schedule. They'll start dropping them games a little. Because they don't just release the schedule. They're going to drop a London game, then they're going to drop another international game. They'll drop the first one they'll probably drop is the Ireland game. Because that's going to open the season, right? The Ireland game.
On
And
every
then they're
Bears.
going to drop some international dates, and then we'll get the whole regular season. By the third week of May, we should have the whole calendar out. So
Well,
at least
there's rumors that the Bears are playing the Eagles the first week.
Well, Green Bay, same thing.
I don't
Everyone's
see why
played the
the
Eagles
Bears
in the
play
first-
the Eagles though.
Because we're better in Minnesota.
You had a 5-12 record. You're not getting the first game with the
Oh
Eagles.
my god.
I actually heard the Bears might play the Cowboys in Eberflush.
Ah.
No, that
So
makes more
if
sense.
you think about that game, believe it or not, they said it's one of the first. I think it was the first time, or the first time in like over a decade that a guy was a head coach for a team, then fired, came back to that city the following year as a coach for the opposing team. That would be an interesting matchup, though.
Yeah.
But I know
no.
Broski's going to meet me up here for the protector.
That's inherently false. There, go Pat, go.
Oh, don't
False.
get him started on soccer. His team got beat.
What I want to know is why are the Lions playing in the Hall of Fame game?
Because
Look,
it was different. They had to choose between a one and done team in the playoffs. They didn't choose Minnesota, so they went to Detroit.
Look, the soccer fields don't cause injuries, but that Brazil game, that was a horrible field.
The problem with the
Yeah.
Brazil game wasn't the field; it was the cleats, and the problem was they did the equipment managers didn't realize how slick that field would get when the temperature dropped, because when they had been on the field earlier to check, hey, is your footing good? It was nice, sunny, dry. Then they watered the field like they always do. Then it gets a little colder and there's dew, and that field got slick. And they had the studs they were wearing weren't for that. So that was.
But they actually showed some of the field, and it was patchy at best. Like, it really wasn't ready, conditioned right to have football players on football. I
Because
mean,
you look,
well, a
you look,
different kind of football.
I
You
mean,
know what I mean? On
you-
there.
England and Germany, those are
Deflated
soccer
football.
fields, and they don't get a lot of injuries.
Hmm.
You don't see teams crying about the game in Munich, about the field, or the games in London, and those are all soccer fields.
Yeah, I mean, those are better maintained. You know, like
Yeah, but the weather played a factor in Brazil. Come here, it's winter for them.
yeah,
So the weather played a factor too. And for them, it was their first time ever hosting a football game. Maybe they left the grass a little long. I mean, it's not a soccer field thing. It was a combination of a couple things for Brazil. I think I get why they did Brazil. It's just, but they're coming out of winter at that point. That it just wasn't an opportune weather for them. They should have played that game during the day.
That wasn't even the best soccer field in Sao Paulo either.
no, it wasn't.
No, it wasn't.
Like it wasn't even their top field. So I mean, that's kind of shitty.
Evening,
Yeah.
Mitch.
Yeah, players were sliding all over the place. Like, man,
Yeah.
it just wasn't good. But I mean, it was a good game. It was an entertaining game. You know what I mean? Like the score was high, and both teams were in it. I mean,
Well, look at the NFL did what it wanted to do. It made a shitload of money in Brazil and opened a market that they can go back to.
oh yeah. Well, I mean, next time they go there, they're gonna basically check those field conditions again. It might not be in the same stadium.
No, but it should be a day game there. It's the
Yeah.
winter.
Yeah, they should play where Sao Paulo FC plays, not where like their C League team plays.
Yeah. They should play on that. They should play on that cement field that's in between the the favelas and shit.
Oh shit!
Doing well, but he does have his bottles in place just in case the Bears do draft Genty tomorrow.
You're gonna if we draft Genty, you're gonna hail me from Pensacola there, Ken.
I won't be in Pensacola. I'll be in Maryland for a wedding.
Oh,
I was
definitely
gonna
hear
say,
me then.
Woody, I'm actually going to be in Pennsylvania tomorrow through Sunday.
Where at?
Well, like the Philly area, but then Northeast PA also for a funeral.
If the Bears draft Genty, Woody's gonna find a car with a nice trunk space.
Ooh, it's gonna be a Trubinsky day. Tell you that.
I'll pass Allentown on the Turnpike on the Northeast Extension and wave.
Where are you going, towards Scranton?
Yeah, up in the not quite all the way up there, but yeah, up in the mountains.
Okay.
I just rode the Harley through Destin last weekend. All the tourists aren't here yet, so it's still safe to do so.
Destin, man, I used to go there every year in my life. My grandparents lived there.
I avoid Destin between Memorial Day and Labor Day because it's just tourists.
Genty. Go for me, I could care less, man. Like,
God.
If they draft Genty, you just might not hear from me for a while.
Yeah, me neither.
Like,
I'm done.
Possibly till September.
I'm done. Yeah, wait. After you won't hear me till after preseason games.
Like, I will lose all faith in Ben Johnson. Like, so many people are just like already locking him in. Oh, he's a great coach. No, he's not. He hasn't proven shit. He's never been a head coach.
You go to Bears Twitter, right? A lot of Bears fans there, and half these guys on Bears Twitter are just falling over Genty. And if you try to say something about bad, I don't think Genty's the guy. Oh, you don't know ball, blah blah blah. I mean, they're going hard for Genty. Yeah. Some of these Bears fans.
Yeah, there was some idiot. I was on a show earlier today, a couple hours ago, and they were like, "It doesn't matter what conference you play in." And then he's like, "There's been like 3 running backs from like small schools that have been good since like 1970." Exactly. I'm like, dude, are you listening to yourself? You're a moron. It absolutely matters. Like, you just proved my point. What are we talking about? Like, you guys are stupid.
I had this guy on Facebook or on a text the same argument. I'm like, but he goes, look at this footage. Look at these tackles he breaks. I mean, the wide open line where no one touched him. And then in the secondary, the tackle he broke, the guy shoulder bumped him.
Yeah, it's like someone from like Idaho State, like community college, like did he truck? I'm like, way to go, guy. Like, yeah, you're not doing that against Big Ten or SEC players. That's for damn sure.
Hey,
how about Badgett at Shepherd University? That was a great pickup.
We don't
has as much influence on some of these picks as people think. I think he's gonna have an influence, but we've already seen from Poles. Poles is gonna take who Poles wants to take. Like he may get a shopping list from Ben, but then he's got his own shopping list too. Ben may say I want a running back. That doesn't mean he's gonna get one in the first or second round.
Oh, there's a left tackle from Central Arkansas State we could get in the 6th.
Hey,
He'll replace Braxton Jones this year.
let's be real. Bears are picking up Scatabo.
Fuck you. Oh my God.
You want to talk about not an NFL? You want to talk about not an NFL player? That's Scatabo. And there's people that are saying, "Oh, he's a second-round pick." Oh, I really know my stuff. Look at his film. I'm like, dude, he's not an NFL player.
What he might like him? He ran through Penn State.
That's his problem. No.
Yeah, I'm just one of those drafts where you just like. The only thing I can say about this draft is I don't want Genty, and that's the thing. Like, usually I want player X. This year it's no anyone but player X, right? What? I mean that's the difference with this draft in the last couple of years. Like, which is cool that we're in that position. We don't have to have a certain position or a certain guy, but I'm like, and actually I don't even know why there's all this the running back talk for the Bears. Like the Bears have I like our running back room. As is. If we don't draft a running back at all, I'm okay.
I can't stand our running back room. I think they suck. But when did Scatabo play Penn State? I don't remember that one there, Isaac.
Wait, wasn't it? Oh no. I think it was. I was getting mixed up with.
You're thinking of Genty.
Yeah, I was thinking Genty.
He only had like 104 yards against Penn State, and that was the hardest game.
Well, it took him
Boise State all year.
Yeah, it took him 30 carries and 100 yards.
Boise State, that was the hardest game they played all year. Check their schedule. But yeah, he's the best in the world. Let's do it.
He fumbled twice in the first half.
But even that go pack go all day. Even with that, there isn't a guy who I'm like, yes, we have to have this guy if he's available. Like,
I'll take Travion Henderson in the second round for sure.
They're saying that he's going to the Chargers. They just got Harris. Don't they have J.K. Dobbins too? Mm-hmm.
Go pack go all day. I used to live at Penn State.
I used to live at Penn. What, in the stadium?
He was healthy last year, 950 yards with that crappy offensive line. It's not like I have to get rid of Swift. Swift is serviceable. Give him a better offensive line. I mean, he's the kind of guy who you need to seal the edge for. If you seal the edge, he's got the afterburners that can be gone. We saw him do it a couple times last year.
But he can't hit the hole. He can't run between the tackles. That's a big problem.
He did bet. I agree, Broski, but he improved on that to an extent last year. He did improve in that aspect of his game as the year went on. But, if anything, I need someone maybe to replace Roshan if Rojo's not going to be the bruiser middle guy, he's in concussion away. So, I could see him drafting someone in the second or third round to be that, run it through the middle kind of guy, loosen up the defense kind of guy, which I would expect Roshan to be. But Roshan hasn't really done that yet for whatever reason. Hasn't given an opportunity.
They used them wrong last year. I loved it when they're using the 3rd and 1s and goal line stuff like that. So
that's what I liked about Scatabo. He ran through Texas, and Texas had a damn good defense.
So you're basing
here. He was healthy last year. Well, people say, he can't stay healthy. He was healthy last year. He was healthy in Philly. He was not healthy.
Yeah, he stayed healthy. He just has no vision.
Right. I mean, and like I said, I'd say he's had 2 good years, Mitch, but I would say that he improved on what Broski's complaining about. I think we saw some improvement, marginal maybe, but improvement nonetheless. Like I said, I don't need to go get another running back because if I can seal the edges now with this offensive line, he's got home run hitting speed. He's a fast motherfucker. So I need a guy though who's tearing up the middle and wearing down the offensive line some, and that needs to be Roshan Johnson. If Roshan Johnson can't be that guy, then that's the kind of running back the Bears need to draft and pair him with Swift.
I hope it's not that Caleb Johnson bum from Iowa, because that guy runs like he has a piano on his back.
Well, one thing if you watch Ben Johnson's plays is, he does considerable amount of blocking. So, I mean, that's where Swift comes in.
Who's the best pass blocker in the draft for running backs? Travion Henderson. Who's the guy I want the Bears to draft in the second round? Travion Henderson. Who has big play potential and can catch out of the backfield? Travion Henderson. Let's go.
Wow, Penn State are going all Ohio State. I love it.
Yep, and draft me some JT Tumaloa with the other second round pick, and give me a defensive end like him.
Give me Michael Williams.
Like Ohio State has some talent coming out in this draft. Ohio State, Penn State, both have guys are going to have a lot of guys come off the board in the first 2 rounds.
For sure.
I mean, don't sleep on Big Ten players, man. They're producing some players.
I'm sleeping on them, all right. Until you beat Ohio State and Michigan, I'll sleep on you.
Too bad they're not playing a rough and tough ACC schedule, huh, Woody?
Yeah, I know. But yeah, you can open up at Akron and Widener College from Scranton.
Oh, jeez.
Well, hey, the draft will be on the network tomorrow. So it'll be on the Huddle Network. We'll be covering the entire draft. I'll be on an airplane, so I won't be here. But Ken from the morning show, the other Ken will be here. Mike,
I'll be here.
Yeah, Woody, Broski, you gonna be on it all tomorrow?
I'm gonna try to jump on for a little bit for sure. It'll be on my phone, but yeah, and I'll be in the piss poor bureaucratic state of Pennsylvania. But yeah,
that's what I'm talking about.
I'll try to jump on tomorrow. On tomorrow.
I know you'll be on. Isaac will probably be on. You'll be calculating the tax dollars owed.
Right. I'll see what's up. Got a lot of things going on tomorrow.
No, there's no excuses. This is draft day now,
The Commonwealth. I'll be in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. The Commonwealth.
So tomorrow morning we'll do Ken and Ken in the morning like normal. Then we'll have the draft shows through the weekend.
Poopy.
The whole thing. I won't be back till Monday till the morning shows. So we'll see how we're looking Monday. I am not all that excited for this draft. I do not feel bad about being on an airplane for this draft. Just don't.
The thing I'm most looking forward to is just to see the Bears not draft Genty, which is kind of pathetic. You know what I mean? So it's going to be a relief no matter who they take, as long as it's not Genty.
Motown Mitch will be here tomorrow.
Yep, I'll be here.
Thank you, Mitch. And I think we'll be sending it to the X account as well, so we'll see. But some fun to be had tomorrow. So Broski, travel safe, my friend. We'll see you when we get back on Monday.
Thanks, man. You too. Have a good time.
Yeah, Woody, hold the fort while Broski and I are traveling.
I'll fucking hold it. All right.
Yeah, hey, Mitch, this is one of the best comments I think you've ever made. Not a lot of head turners in this draft. The question is, though, will someone create a head-turning moment by doing something monumentally stupid? Tune in tomorrow night to find out. Everyone have a great evening. Thank you for joining us. Thank you, Broski, Woody, Sarah, Isaac, and everyone in the comments. We'll see you soon. Have a great one, everyone. Enjoy the draft.
Bear down.
This is a Huddle Sports Network broadcast. You can find us on Roku TV, Amazon Fire TV, Facebook, and of course YouTube. Get all your NFL news here first.